Hi guys, welcome back. This is going to be a video on one of the most important concepts and theorems in mathematics overall. One of the most important things that you guys can know about algebra comes from what is called the fundamental theorem of algebra. So the fundamental theorem of algebra. So as you can tell by the name, it is pretty important, and for that reason, I'm going to go over it in a video. So the fundamental theorem of algebra basically states that for every polynomial, so polynomials are functions like x squared plus 2x plus 3, so this is a quadratic. Polynomials can be cubics, quartics, if you wanted to make it like 5x to the 5th minus x squared plus 1. So these are polynomials. Basically what it says is that every polynomial with a degree greater than 0, so this quadratic has degree 2, this quintic one, so the highest power of x is basically what we're looking at, has a degree of 5, that every polynomial with a degree greater than 0 has at least one root in the complex numbers. Okay, you may be thinking, what does this mean? So this means that so if you guys remember what roots are what make our equations equal to 0. It is where it crosses the x-axis. So it's what makes our equations equal to 0. So this is saying that every polynomial with a degree greater than 0 has at least one root in the complex numbers. If you guys remember, complex numbers can be either real or imaginary. So this means that there is always at least one root that is either real or imaginary. And then an important part of the fundamental theorem of algebra is that there are actually the same number of roots as there are as the degree of the polynomial. So a quadratic polynomial, since it has degree 2, will have 2 complex roots. So they might not be imaginary, they could just be real roots, which you guys are used to finding, but they could also be imaginary. For this quintic equation, since it has degree 5, which I'm getting from here, since it has degree 5, it has 5 complex roots. If I had a polynomial that looked like this, x to the 100 minus 2, this polynomial equation actually has 100 roots that are in the complex numbers. So you guys just need to know this going forward. This is the fundamental theorem of algebra. When you are looking for roots to functions, and I ask you how many roots does this cubic function have? So the cubic functions look like this with 3. So since it is a degree 3 polynomial, you should be able to look at this and tell me, oh, Mr. Nick, this has 3 roots, because by the fundamental theorem of algebra, the number of roots that exist is equal to the degree of the polynomial.